Marks. Jim's a local guy here, SoCal guy. He's going to be speaking on behalf of another one of our Platinum National sponsors, which is PNC Mortgage. And the concept is that this conventional media has limited your income and how you can break a 50-year cycle. He wants to really teach you guys what the true value of social media is, and it's a great class. So give it up for Jim Marks, you guys.
I wanted to mention first and foremost that there's a whole bunch of great giveaways today, but I think the coolest one, or one of the coolest ones, is the PNC giveaway. They're giving away a 4-day all-access pass to Inman Connect in San Francisco. It's like $1,000. Pretty cool deal. So you just got to put your card in there. You know, one of the problems that we are having as real estate agents today is our sphere, our clients, our prospects are adopting technology quicker than we are. Quick story. On a plane, year and a half ago, Virgin Airlines, jump on the airplane, got my laptop on, flight attendant says, "Oh, you've got a laptop." I said, "Yeah, I travel with it." She said, "You're going to be so happy." I like being happy. This is cool. So I sit down, we get to altitude, and she makes it, you know, the pilot makes the normal announcement, we're at altitude, you can open on electronic devices, all of this stuff. And the flight attendant comes on and says, "Oh, and by the way, this Virgin Airlines flight is the first flight ever equipped with Wi-Fi in the sky. If you guys open your laptops, you'll see a Virgin Airlines Wi-Fi, you can click on it, you have internet." And I'm like, I mean, this is the coolest thing. I've got freaking internet. And I looked at the guy next to me, and he's like, So we're tapping away. We got email. My staff is going, "No, he's got internet." We're clicking away. An hour goes by. All of a sudden, no internet. Click, 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 click. No internet. And I look at him, and he looks at me, and he's clicking, and he finally slams the laptop and says, "This sucks." And I started thinking, I'm going like, this sucks? This sucks? Dude, this was a technology that didn't exist 61 minutes ago. 61 minutes ago, there was no Wi-Fi in the sky. Nothing like that. 61 minutes later, you're entitled. You're entitled. This is how fast technology is actually moving. And I'm starting to hear this, "Oh man, when the market was slow, we needed to," but now the market is hot. You guys, the reason the market gets slow, the reason why some agents still do well when the market is slow, is because they took advantage of technology when all the leads and all the clients came in when the market was hot. Our market ebbs and flows. Anyone who's been in this market 20 or 30 years, it's ebbed and flowed like 7 times for you. It ebbs and flows. And when the market is hot, we grow sphere fast. The idea is to retain that sphere when the market is not. So when the market is not as hot, you have the ability to reach back into that pool and use it. You guys, this has almost become a rhetorical question, right? Where does your business come from? I can spend 4 minutes on this or nothing. Your business comes from your sphere, right? But what we don't think about is what did it take to get people into your sphere? What is all this work? Print advertising, cold calling, floor duty, relocation, door knocking, sign call. These are all the things that you did to get those clients in the first place, to put people into your sphere, and every one of them was either a lot of time or a lot of money. Every person in your sphere that doesn't share your last name, you either worked or spent money to get in your sphere. Do you agree with me? So what do we do then? So we get them into our sphere. We realize that we have all of these people now in our sphere that took us a bunch of time or money. Look, here's the deal. The estate business is different than almost every other business. If I have a lawn mowing business, I send door knockers out, I hang things, and as long as I do a good job mowing people's lawns, my sphere grows every single month. It grows from 50 to 100, and I keep sending stuff out, and I keep my clients, and it goes to 200, 500, and 1,000. But that's not the way you guys work. I've watched it for 20 years now. What you guys do is in your first year you get 50, then you get 100, then maybe you get 150, and then you get a different 150, and then a different 150, and a different 150. Because what happens is relationships and spheres are developed belly to belly by having conversation, by having a relationship, and you just don't have the time to do that with more than 150 people. So you do the whole thing where you walk into the grocery store one day and you go, oh, Bob, I know him. I showed him houses. I showed him houses a year and a half ago. Bob, hey, hi, remember Jim Marks? Did you ever buy it? You did? Who was your agent? Raise your hand if that's happened to you, or lie to me. Right? Because we don't have the ability, we have to make these choices of who's the most important people we're going to contact and keep in our sphere. We have to make a choice between currently working and currently ignoring. The problem is it's not us. I mean, it's not ultimately us, it's the business. It's technology. Every major technological invention in the last 100 years has a flaw with it. The telephone, I can have that conversation, right? That keeps me one-to-one, that keeps people in my spheres, but it's only one-to-one. The printing press, newsletters and flyers and mailers, I can send out to many, but there's no conversation. And we've decided that the thing that keeps people firmly in your sphere is conversation. Printing press, telephone, film, everything is one-to-many with no conversation, or one-to-one with conversation. Does that make sense? We have never had a technology that was actually one-to-many or many-to-many and gave us the ability to have a conversation. So our sphere drops out. When I say sphere, I mean the people that are really in your sphere. I mean, if you give me a list of your sphere, I go and break into their houses tonight. I shake them up out of a deep sleep, and I say, who's your agent? And they jump up and scream your name. Those are the people that are truly in your sphere. And you got to think, you think you've got this large sphere, but how many people are truly, how many people, when given the choice to buy or sell a home, will only deal with you? Let me tell you guys all a secret. There is no one in your sphere that doesn't know another agent. I speak in some towns, I swear there's more agents than people. Social media is the very first. This is the technology that breaks that glass ceiling. Social media is the very first technology that we have that allows the one-to-many and many-to-many conversation. If you take your people offline and you put them online, and you take your online people and put them offline, you can now have a place where you can not only speak and have relationships with 10, 50, 100, or 150, you have now expanded that where you can literally keep track and get involved with people's lives in the thousands. This is the reason why social media is so important. This is the reason why it's a buzz. And this is the reason why, if you haven't adopted it already, you need to figure out how today and execute. Thanks.
You guys have to forgive Jim, he's a laid-back guy. He's really laid-back. So really quickly, two big announcements. One, there is only one opportunity for free lunch today, okay? Homes.com, one of our gold sponsors nationally, they do a class during lunch on online reputation management. So kind of this Yelp and reviews and all these things that we don't cover here. There's 50 seats available.